How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Wherever I go, he goes.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers.
And here we go.
Welcome to the Culture Crave Pod. Zach Williamson, Ross Cutsworth, Luke Goosens. Today we're talking Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Obviously going to be a lot of spoilers on this pod.
Spider-Man.
That's who I wanted, bro, to show up. Spooderman.
The popsicle.
The,
That would have been cool.
I don't know what that is.
They need to get Spooderman in the Spider-Verse.
In the MCU. In the Spider-Verse or the MCU? Critical difference.
Bro, I mean, it's all fucking connected at this point. But yes,
True.
In these movies, get Spooderman. But I think I'm saying the animated one. I don't think he makes sense in the live action. His ugly ass, no way.
What? He's unique.
Spooderman? All right, whatever, dude. But I don't want him in the MCU.
All right, fair. He's kind of a meme anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, oh, he works with the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Just a little throwaway second thing. Anyway, fellas, how do we start this one? What do you want to start? Should we just like fucking, I don't even know.
Honestly,
Fuck.
okay. I think
Talk about what you all
movie.
loved it.
I think everyone loves this movie, and I mean, I like this movie because of all the fucking nostalgia.
I thought it was actually a good Spider-Man story, though. I did think,
I mean, yeah,
all the stuff at the beginning, you know, that was good. It like started right where the last one left off,
yeah.
basically, and then he's dealing with that fallout. Love the Daredevil cameo. It was like his own story, and it made sense. It all actually then led and made sense to the whole ending, you know, like where they tie together 20 years of history. And yeah, so sorry, continue with what you're saying.
Yeah, it did tie together all those movies, but I just thought that's why people loved it so much. But all the interdimensional shit made sense where they come from different dimensions. As a story, it did make sense, but I mean, yeah, it was good.
Damn, dude. MCU characters in general just do some stupid shit. Like if I was Doctor Strange, I would have explained the parameters of the spell to him before I started casting it. And then when he started,
I agree.
Like,
it's totally on Doctor Strange too, because like he asked him maybe once or twice, and he's like, "Okay, come with me. He's been through enough. Come with me." He's just like, "All right, what, bro?" Doctor Strange should have known some shit like that could have happened too.
So I agree. It's equally on Peter and Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange should have explained you have to be silent as I cast this spell, or else you're gonna make it go fucking nuts. So.
Yeah,
Or like,
that literally no one's going to know. No one's going to know who you are.
yeah. He just dropped like a casual line right before he started casting it. Dude, he's so cryptic. He's so mystical.
Yeah, what did he say? He's like, nice knowing you, Peter.
Yeah, nice knowing you. And he's like, wait, what? I don't know. Yeah, I agree with Zach, though. This movie did have all the elements of what most people consider a good Spider-Man story. Having Peter be relatable, having him struggle when he's trying to get into college with MJ and Ned, and dealing with his newfound fame.
But it just felt kind of drastic.
You thought so? You don't think people would have freaked out that much over Spider-Man?
Damn, bro. Remember there was that guy trying to grab onto him even when he first jumped away. Those people were nuts, man. These are like conspiracy theorists.
But after he learned that, like, okay, this spell makes it so everyone fucking forgets. Like, literally everyone. You know what I'm saying? Well, after you learn that, it's like, damn, you want to really go to these drastic measures still just to do that? Like, just to get into college, bro, it's not even that crazy of a deal. You can't just do your backup. Like, what
he
the
couldn't
fuck?
get into anything.
Well, his backups were denied too, but he's already a genius.
Were they?
Yeah.
He couldn't get into anything because of the whole controversy. No one would accept him.
But dude, you got a backup. You're a superhero. That's your backup.
Right. Like that's your job.
Stark Tower, like I don't understand why Happy wouldn't just house him up in some hella nice fucking pad, and then he can just do his Spidey shit. You know?
Yeah, well, we don't really know the status of the Avengers at this point, right?
Yeah.
It seems that they're all either working for the government or MIA or, you know, doing their own thing because of, I don't know, dude. Like, who's even the leader of the Avengers really right now? Who would be it?
Black Panther, maybe?
Captain Marvel?
No, I was about to say Captain Marvel.
Yeah, you're right.
You should have.
Black Panther has to run Wakanda, so he wouldn't be...
Yeah.
He's like an Avenger by... When you need to call his ass in and say, dude, some, intergalactic shit's going down.
Like, how are they going to play that one out, dog?
I know right now, like, what's he,
because he's still technically alive.
Who fucking knows what's even happening with that movie?
Technically alive, but they're gonna have to address that in some fucking way. Do they just recast him? That always sucks when they recast a fucking.
No, they said straight up they're not going to recast him, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's weird because even this week, his brother, Chadwick Boseman's brother, came out and said his style person of who he is he'd want you to recast it.
But he's such a major character. It'd be so hard to recast a major character like that. Like a side character like Letitia Wright, you could probably recast her and no one will care as much. But recasting Black Panther,
Letitia.
Letitia.
That's
I apologize.
Yeah,
but yeah, you botch names all the time, bro.
I know. That's why I was just like
that's why he's making.
I'm trying so hard to make sure we get names correct these days.
Yeah, but recasting a major character like that is just tough.
It is tough,
especially for like the lovability of the character. Like everyone loved Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Who can you recast that is going to be as lovable as him?
Bro, I was watching it. It was on at the gym the other day, and I was just thinking about it again. I was like, damn, he was so good in this role.
It's like recasting Iron Man.
And he's dead now. It's crazy.
It's
like
totally recasting Iron Man. Exactly. Like he was big time. He was major.
Yeah, I agree. So I mean that's a whole nother fucking discussion. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, back to Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would say that Captain Marvel, definitely the leader of the Avengers, but she's not the same kind of leader that Tony Stark was. She's more of like
Captain America.
Or Captain America, yeah.
I say it's like Cap was sort of Cap was the leader. I feel like Tony didn't really want to be,
but he's gone.
Right, both of them.
Yeah.
So like, I think like Captain Marvel kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying she's a different type of leader, because she's not like there on the ground with them.
Yeah.
And also, I rewatched Far From Home the other day, which was like right before this, and there was that part where Nick Fury, not the real Nick Fury, was just naming off all the people, and they're unavailable at this time.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
So they have some sort of story that they'll probably eventually explain for all of them whenever they do their next movies and stuff. At some point, bro, people are gonna learn that you're Spider-Man. I feel like mostly. I don't think any of the main Avengers, their identities were a secret. So it's going to happen, bro. In this universe, at least.
I can't think of anybody, honestly. Maybe Doctor Strange, because just he like fully embodied becoming Doctor Strange and left his old personality behind. So like nobody knew, but it's not like he was trying to hide his identity or anything. He was just like,
his face is...
People know who he is too, though. I just don't think they know where he lives, or maybe there's, maybe they can't figure. There's probably some sort of spell that
masks like his...
That makes it so you don't know that he's just chilling in middle of New York.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. That masks his fucking that house.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we could probably look that up, and maybe there's already an answer to it. But I feel like that is being magical. There's some way around that one.
The magic's flowing.
I really did like Andrew Garfield.
Dude, he's
in this fucking...
Oh my God.
When they brought him, I was like, man, he was actually such a good Spider-Man in those movies.
Like, I love you guys. He was so fucking funny.
That was hilarious. Holy fuck.
He just they had some bad writing in those Spider-Man movies, man. Because he was for sure a good Spider-Man. And I'm sure there was like kind of that backlash at the time because people were pissed that they were recasting Spider-Man. So maybe they didn't get as warm a reception. But dude, he was a good Spider-Man. I was totally thinking what they should do is somehow make him be the Spider-Man in the Venom universe, or, bring him back for one of these other Sony franchises. Because I don't think he's done as Spider-Man now. That you bring back your Spider-Man, then that to me opens the door to like, oh, well, we can relaunch this franchise with him or this one because we have all of our own characters at play now in the Sonyverse. So,
dude, everyone right now is farming clout off of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man so hard right now on Twitter.
What do you mean?
Like everyone just like cast him in like Spider-Man 4, and it's like you just see these posts get a fuck ton of engagement and stuff. It's
Spider-Man 4.
Like, Amazing Spider-Man 3, not Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't honestly, bro. For Spider-Man 4, I don't think that I would need to see Tobey's next step. This felt like a great.
No, honestly, Tobey is the worst Spider-Man. Gotta say it.
You think so? I mean,
bro, he's the OG Spider-Man. I think he was one of the best. I thought he was one of the best
in the OG movies. Like he was good.
They're all fucking good Spider-Man. That's the thing. I like them all.
In this movie, I don't know. Just some of his dialogue just felt really like stiff.
I felt, honestly, I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, some of the dialogue is just kind of corny shit to write because they're trying to get every fucking, they're trying to get all the references in there, man, which, damn, there was a fuck ton of fan service in the movie and I loved it. My favorite one was when he was like, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh my God.
Dying,
oh my God.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that was ridiculous.
I was dying. I was like, I can't believe they did that one in this one, bro. I couldn't believe it.
You know, oh my God.
So funny.
My whole theater was just like freaked out when that happened.
I was busting up laughing. Fucking A. That, yeah. So, I mean, dude, I don't really think, like, watching it twice, I didn't have a problem with any of his stuff, man. He seems like the nicest Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucking so pure and has grown so much from that. Or, like, the first thing, remember he was saying he went down and was trying to catch a body the second Uncle Ben died. And he did, basically, got what he wanted.
Yeah.
And has been regretting it since then. And then even, like, his arc, him stopping Goblin dying with because Green Goblin killed himself basically in the first one with his machine, and he was stopping him dying from that again. So that was full circle too. That was cool, bro. I liked it.
Yeah. The Daredevil reveal, that was dope.
That was dope.
That was Daredevil, right?
That was sick, dude.
Yeah.
He catches a break.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah, that was also good fan service. Love that they brought him back for this.
Made sense too.
I don't know why you tie him in. I bet they probably do a TV show, like a Disney Plus series with him.
Yeah, they're bringing back Vincent. What's his name?
Kingpin's in the Hawkeye show apparently, which I still haven't continued watching.
Me too.
Me neither. I saw the first episode and I keep passing out watching this show.
Dude,
no lies.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, guys. That show is kind of mid so far. Holy fuck. I am not drawn in at all. Even I see all the spoilers with Yelena and like,
hey,
bro, they are marketing it.
I saw that one because
Marvel Studios has it like on their fucking header and a bunch of their pictures and shit.
I know,
so
that was bullshit.
If everyone's already knows about it and they're marketing it, we can. It's okay to talk about.
Yeah,
but like that doesn't fucking draw me to watch Hawkeye or Kingpin. I'm like, whatever, bro. Fucking Spider-Men are happening. Are you kidding me? We got the multiverse.
Spider-Man.
Give a fuck about Arrow guy right now.
Who is it? Who is your guys' favorite villain from this No Way Home?
Dude, I really liked Electro. But
Jamie Foxx is pretty good.
Yeah, I liked all of them, but rewatching Jamie Foxx just seemed like he was having so much fun. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck about this concept. I'm just glad I'm back and getting another paycheck. Give me every line. He's had like 4 or 5 cuss words. I didn't even know they could do that many cuss words in a PG-13 movie. They said shit 4 times, ass. I'm going to beat that ass. He said something like that one time. I was cracking up, man. He was having fun out there.
I love when he was talking to the lizard. When he was like, I could give you a makeover. And then he's like, let me guess, by turning me into a lizard? And he's yeah.
So much good banter.
Yeah.
Remember the part 2 where he's like, he's talking to someone about, he's like, how'd this happen to you? He's like, fell in a sum of eels. He's like, damn, I fell in a thing of, I don't remember what he said.
Gotta watch where you falling.
Gotta watch where you damn. Gotta watch where you fall.
Yeah, that was fucking funny.
It's so bad, but it's so funny. It's so good. Dude, it's so good, bro. I had so much fun watching this movie. This is like one of the funnest MCU movies. That's why when I texted you guys after, I was like, damn, that was lit. Like, it had everything that I wanted in a Spider-Man movie to happen, you know, based off every Spider-Man movie that's ever happened.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Wait, did you guys have any... Zach, I know you were texting me and you were like, you obviously liked it, but you said you had some other things to say about it. Oh,
I was just telling you about the one fucking thing about it that makes no sense, that with their rule. So every guy that's getting pulled in knew Peter Parker. So that means that they knew his identity. But Electro straight up had no fucking clue that Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. He didn't know Peter Parker was. He thought he was black. He was like describing all, even in the movie they established that too, but even in the old ones, he just called him Spider-Man. He didn't know that he was Peter Parker. So if that's the rule, I watched the movie twice, but I watched Amazing Spider-Man recently too, but he never knew him. He didn't know that he was Peter Parker.
So even without, because he could have seen that, he could have known that he was Peter Parker without seeing his face.
He didn't know he's Peter Parker,
bro. He didn't know at all.
He didn't know until this one. Remember when they're talking and he's chatting, he's like, he said all those things about Spider-Man to Andrew Garfield.
I know, but I thought he was just saying all those things because he thought he could have been black.
Dude, he didn't know. He just, even when he was fighting me, he was like, oh, my old friend Spider-Man. Like, he didn't say Peter Parker or anything.
Yeah.
He didn't know him. So that's why that was like the only one, though, because, I was speculating on this, but there was at one point, Gwen, when they were in the facility, she did say Peter. She didn't say his full name, I don't think. And it's also possible that Electro, when he downloaded all the files, he got some information and made that connection. And I didn't really care because Jamie Foxx was so fucking good.
Yeah.
With his second chance as the character, it was fun. And his design was way better. Like, they got rid of that blue bullshit. Yeah, dude. So that was the one thing. But I don't know who you would have done as the villain, because I definitely would have not done the other Green Goblin. That guy was trash. That was like the worst iteration of villains in those movies. So, yeah, dude. I mean, that was the one thing, I think.
I don't know either. Yeah.
When you zap these guys back, where are they in the timeline now? Like in the Spider-Man, like Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, where does Green Goblin go now that he just is back, and Doc Ock?
Yeah, that's interesting too, because I think
is it a different universe?
The different Peters are from different universes than their villains.
No, so bro, they were from the same ones.
Yeah, they're from the same ones. What do you mean?
Okay, but they're later on. They come from later on than those villains came, because all those villains died.
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so do they blap them back to where they are in the timeline, or
they must go back to where the Peters are?
Yeah, but wouldn't that have changed the future of those Peters as well?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happens now? Yeah. What's the next step after these fools all get zapped back? Maybe they just pop up in the normal timeline, but like, to make it make sense where it works with the current movie's timeline.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying the Peters. So like, Andrew Garfield's Peter is from, oh my God, this is just getting so confusing. Andrew Garfield's Peter that shows up in No Way Home is from a different universe than than Lizard that shows up in Far From Home. But it's the similar timeline, but a different universe.
No.
What?
But that's not what they said in the movie.
Did they say straight up from the same timeline?
They're from their universes, yeah. That's why at the beginning, the Spideys got pulled over too, along with those villains. Just those villains from those two universes, and then the Spideys from those two universes.
It wouldn't even make sense if they were from different fucking universes. You're saying like different universes, but like extremely similar universes?
Yeah, he's saying like a variant, a little slightly different. But
yeah,
dude,
that wouldn't make sense.
Wait, why would that not make sense?
It could, but that's not what it is, though. It's not what was established. It's literally these dudes plucked from their fucking things that they already fought them and beat them, and somehow shit happened where they just popped over to our universe like the second they were dying.
Okay, but the only rule that they established was that it's just people coming in that know Peter Parker. They never said anything specifically about whether they're from the same universe.
Bro, they totally are, though.
But that's just why I'm proposing this other theory, because they're from later on. They're from further down on that timeline.
No, bro, he was like Doc Ock died. Remember? Okay, sorry, he died, and it looked exactly the same. He was wearing the same fit, same dude. Bro, this is 100% what they're doing, that they were tying together those exact universes. Tom Holland has said that in the interview. We are tying these universes.
I feel they didn't even have to establish it. They didn't have to specifically even state that. That's just it's so obvious. That's what it was.
Right. These are the dudes, and now they're here. One has a different look. All the others look the same for some reason. Only Elektra, I think, looks any different.
Yeah. I would argue that that's not obvious, because that would create a paradox. If those Peter Parkers would have never been.
But dude, that's like what every time travel thing is. It's like a fucking paradox.
Yeah, none of that shit ever
makes sense.
Yeah. We could do this every time, like fucking Endgame, no fucking sense. Low-key shit doesn't make any, it's the same thing. Like, it's just the next one.
Just accept it.
Yeah, I'm at this point where fuck it, dude. How do they even get all these actors together, get Tobey Maguire back, get Andrew Garfield back? That, to me, is what makes this movie amazing, that they somehow pulled all this shit off. And not a single one of them was like, this is ass, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
They were making this movie, and I don't even think in the interviews John Watts was saying, Tom Holland was like, okay, he was asking, okay, what are we doing in the third act? And he was telling him, I'm still trying to figure it out, because they still didn't have people signed as they were making the movie. This is my assumption on why he would say something like that. And that to me means that, dude, Andrew Garfield and Tobey are still asking for more money, or something's going on with the villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that they weren't able to bring all that in.
Hey, but it worked. It just like clicked.
Yeah, it did. I'm sure what happened, I know that they approached, before there was even a script, they approached for sure Willem Dafoe, because he's the main villain essentially of this movie.
Yeah.
And he was like, I will do it only if I can do the action stuff again, And he also said he had a connection to the character because he felt like his character had a real motive with this.
Dude, that fucking fight between Goblin and Spider-Man in Happy's apartment complex, fucking top tier.
Dude,
so good.
He was sending his ass through walls.
Yeah, that was sick. That was so sick.
He's tough guy. Yeah.
All the action was fucking amazing in this movie. I like it. The pacing was good too. There was a few moments. There's a couple sections that were kind of dragged a little bit, but for the most part, it was just like, it was a really quick pace, like fast paced movie.
Where'd you think it dragged at? I felt like it didn't, because it just always something felt like it was happening. And it's like Spider-Man's life is so all over the place all the time that it just felt like there was stuff always going. Like at one scene, he's just hanging out with all the villains. And I'm like, what is going on right now?
When they're just all in his apartment.
Yeah, he's just with all these cunts that we know.
And Happy's like, okay, what the fuck? You bringing a cyborg into my apartment? What the fuck is this? Who are these people?
Some walking mud.
Yeah. Fuck. I was hoping you wouldn't call me out on that, because I remember like 2 moments specifically, but I don't remember what they were. So I guess they weren't that big of it. Yeah, they were already. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just twice.
Hey, you think they're gonna? What are they gonna do with Venom?
Dude, okay, this actually was the thing that disappointed me, because
what's the theories on Venom?
They brought our guy over, Tom Hardy. That scene was hilarious too. Great fucking scene. Yeah. Great post-credit scene. Love that. But then they got my boy back.
Yeah, you thought
he's not there anymore.
You thought it was going to be like he was going to be part of the film.
I don't know. I had no idea if he was going to be, because all I knew is that he had filmed scenes, and it ended up being the post-credit scene of Venom. They filmed that on the set of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that whole scene was in one of their warehouses somewhere under wraps. And one time Tom Hardy got seen with a Spider-Man No Way Home production, like crew shirt. So you only get those if you're like a part of the film.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how he was going to tie in, but then when he gets zapped back, it's kind of like, okay, so he's not really going to be in this universe. He's never going to come across with that Spider-Man because he got
Venom
zapped back. But Venom is, and I think because of how Venom has a hive mentality, that's how Venom knew who Peter Parker is probably from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Hive mentality.
Which also makes it the same universe again, Ross. Same fucking shit, because the Venom has a hive mentality, so maybe that's why it was able to stay. But I don't know, dude. Venom has a hive mind. Maybe that Venom, it's still the same Venom, and then he, for some reason, goes and finds Eddie Brock in this universe, and it's Tom Hardy again. That'd be cool.
That would be dope.
So then
it's Tom Hardy again.
Or are they going to do the thing where it tries to attach to Spider-Man again?
I don't know, but that also could be what they do, man.
Dude, I love how this movie ended off. It was because it threw Tom Holland Spider-Man just like into the shit, like how Spider-Man is in the comics, where he's like on his own. He doesn't have any fucking resources, any money. He's on his own, just fighting crime. And it was sick, because that was one of my main criticisms with the past films, is like Iron Man was always there, kind of holding his hand, like he was a mentor to him. It was cool in its own way.
I never get that criticism, because it's like, this is a different iteration, and he's a fucking kid, and he's in this world with crazy tech. Like that was established that they had way more advanced tech than any of these other universes.
Yeah.
And more magic, just more stuff. So you got to level your game up if you're in that kind of universe, I think. That's true. That all made sense to me. But then I felt, you're right. Like he realized, you know what? Maybe I don't need this shit if these guys are out here busting their asses in fucking cotton suits.
Yeah.
Bro, it's got to be some type of wool, dude. There's no fucking way.
Those ones are just, all the Spider-Men are pretty durable.
Did you like his fucking suit at the end?
Yeah, I love that suit. It reminded me of
it. Was so
classic.
I love that suit.
Literally classic. It was like the comic book one. It was fucking
with that
good.
Bright blue.
And we finally got him like just swinging through New York, fucking around, you know, on the snow. Dude, that was a great ending. Yeah, you're right. Like now he's just on his own, and yeah, man, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it ended this whole trilogy of Spider-Man having more advanced technology, having mentors, always like making mistakes and having the like bigger Avengers, you know, come in and help him and save him. Moving into he's really like fully fledged now. And he's learned a lot of lessons from these past 3 movies. And it feels like they're moving into like a new era for this Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect way to end this trilogy.
Wonder how fast they unwrap that in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah. True. The power, dude, with how fast like the power is escalating among all the like new characters.
True,
they're gonna need to give him a power up or some shit.
He's gonna have to get back in the. If he's in the MCU, he's gonna have to get back in the fold.
Yeah.
I don't know how you end his arc, man. I wonder if he's gonna end with dying, the Spider-Man, eventually. Seems like a tragic hero in a way.
Maybe. How do you end Thor's arc, or how do you end Captain Marvel's arc?
They're gonna fucking die.
Die.
I guess they all have to die, right?
They're just gonna keep the MCU going until eventually they kill off all of their main characters, and then it's like
That's
Howard the
thing,
Duck,
man. They keep establishing new ones.
Squirrel Girl, and Howard the Duck are the Avengers.
Yeah, but you keep fucking killing off like the main ones, and then at one point, do people start like just being like, "Oh, okay, I don't care as much about these characters anymore because they're not the OG, you know, those top tier heroes that everyone loves."
You got to have great casting and great character, you know, great casting, good actor, and good at writing. Yeah, to get some new characters, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, for example. No one knew who the fuck those guys were. That was the second generation. But dude, Iron Man is so different, bro.
But everyone's always loved Iron Man.
We all knew who Iron Man was.
Not before 2008, he was not that big of a character.
In movies, no, but in the like comic books,
he was a cool ass character.
Iron Man's always been a fucking like a pop culture reference. Yeah, everyone knows about Iron Man, you know.
But he was like a B character as far as the comics. But like the A characters were like,
I don't know,
Captain America, Hulk, Spider-Man, Wolverine,
we consider A characters.
Magneto.
At that time, the only ones were Spider-Man and fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Those were the only two that was like, that's $1 billion on their movie.
Wolverine, Venom.
None of those movies made $1 billion.
Bro, you think Venom's an A character?
As far as popularity, yeah.
Ross, I'm talking box office. The only two superhero characters that were making money were Spider-Man, Batman, that make like $1 billion, make that next level. And then Iron Man came in, that movie made $1 billion almost. That was like, maybe, did it make $1 billion? I feel like one of the Iron Man movies made $1 billion.
Okay, but also the Hulk movies were trash.
Hulk was kind of an A character too. Yeah, he was pretty popular.
Yeah.
The movies were just bad. I mean, I liked them a lot as a little kid. That one with
remember anymore.
What's his name? Hulk. Something Bana. Eric Bana.
The effects just weren't good enough to do Hulk right back then. I don't know. What is this whole discussion again?
I don't know. How did we get to that?
A characters and B characters are also saying.
Oh, eventually they're just going to kill off.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I was saying that like, dude, no one was at that point, but now it's like you can make. Well, Iron Man was known though, and then that was great casting, dude. Like everyone was hyped for that movie. I think when they first saw the trailer.
Oh my god! Yes.
They played the bum bum. They like did the song in it. Man, that teaser, I'll never forget that one, man.
So good. I remember watching that with my friends, and then seeing the first trailer for Avengers. That was hype. I was like, holy fuck. They're making a universe. They're bringing these characters together. This has never been done before. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, I mean, they could maybe keep it going. I don't know. They got some good new characters. Like, Shang-Chi is that's a good new character.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Black Panther was a new character that they brought in after.
He popped off, yeah.
He was pretty popular, though, before. Maybe not as popular as, like, Captain America or Spider-Man. Like, he was,
so.
I don't know if he was like crazy mainstream.
Popularity, yeah, I don't think he was mainstream.
Yeah. But he popped off after that movie.
But they did a great job with it. That's what I mean. Like, so you bring in these new characters and you great jobs with them, then Potentially, but yeah, you kind of, I don't know about Spider-Man. I mean, if they get 6 Spider-Man movies in the MCU with him, plus he shows up in like 6 other films, then that's a pretty good little run for not actually being your character that you don't own. Kind of got to take what you can get with that at that point. They're getting 6 movies with him, basically. That's pretty fucking good. Solo
6
movies.
standalone. Okay.
Yeah. And he has contractually, for sure, Spider-Man has to show up in one more MCU movie that's not part of whatever their new deal is. So I think he might show up in even Doctor Strange, low-key.
That'd be low-key.
No, I mean, like, low-key he might show up. But also low-key probably will show up in Doctor Strange. That makes a lot of sense. Multiverse. That's probably why they haven't started writing or filming the season 2 of Loki. We just know it's happening.
Dude, I really hope Venom comes into play in Spider-Man 4. Just like the symbiote itself. I hope we get the symbiote suit in Spider-Man 4.
I have no fucking idea what I would do with Spider-Man 4 right now. You honestly could not
There's
even
so
do
many
anything.
angles.
Vulture's still out there fucking around with Tom Hardy's Venom somehow.
No, that was he's in Morbius.
Morbius.
Bro,
wait, so they're the same fucking universe then.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Wait, so is Morbius in the Sonyverse or MCU?
Bro, here. What
the fuck? Okay, this is breaking my mind.
Here, I made a thing that I'll send to both of you. We made this for Culture Crave with all the references to all the other universes. Because Venom was in his own universe, it seems like. Unless he's in the Garfield one that we just don't know about.
Is Venom owned by Sony too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sony owns Spider-Man and pretty much any character that's part of the Spider-Man universe.
Yep, they own all the Spider-Man characters.
Okay.
It's kind of like when Fox owned the X-Men. Like
so they own all the villains to Spider-Man too?
Mm-hmm. So like Mysterio was something they lent.
Okay. For X amount of money or whatever?
Yeah.
Or like if they did a Kingpin thing, that would be a Spider-Man thing?
I think Kingpin would be like Daredevil.
Kingpin is Marvel owns him. Oh. It was weird, man. So before they were like lending characters to.
I just want to know because like there's villains that appear in the Spider-Man comics that are also in like all these other comics, like right. Daredevil. Kingpin's like crosses over, but I just want to know like who owns that. How does that work?
Because those are like New York characters. So those ones, Daredevil and Kingpin, for example, they are owned by Marvel Studios now. And before they were being lent to basically Netflix. So Netflix had a contract with them. And that was also through something called Marvel TV, but then basically they shut down Marvel Television and they packaged it all together to be Marvel Studios. So now Marvel Studios, because they wanted to do their own universe with TV shows and shit too. So before there was like the movies and that was Marvel Studios and then there was Marvel TV.
Okay.
Yeah, but now it's all owned by Disney Marvel Studios, except for the Spider-Man characters, which are in Sony, and Sony's basically lending them. And it's all like a co-production. They're working with Marvel to do these movies so that it works in the Marvel Studios universe.
Okay.
With Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But now they got opportunities. They could bring back Garfield. They could bring back Toby potentially for something if they wanted.
Yeah.
Because they're now back into it. Like, everyone's going to be hyped to see Andrew Garfield again. If you give him a fucking good writer and good storytelling, then there's something there.
He honestly might be the best Spider-Man. And maybe not the best Peter Parker and Spider-Man combined, but I think he might be the best just, like, as Spider-Man.
Yeah, but, man, why we got to rate him, man?
That's true. Yeah.
Tom Holland's pretty good Spider-Man, bro. He embodies the kid Spidey.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Okay, I found the graphic. Here you go. Let me send it to you guys. See, this is just going to make... Then you guys can give me your theory on what you think it is. Because, in short, I fucking do not know. So, okay. Check it out.
What the fuck?
It could be some fake out stuff, Like they alter the trailer to not reveal details. If I had to bet, man, I would say it's in the Venom universe. But I don't know why MCU Vulture would be there then.
Yeah, that's weird.
What's your theories? Maybe Luke, what do you think?
Hold on, I'm still like looking at this.
For sure.
I think they're building up a live action Spider-Verse that that works both within the MCU and the Sonyverse. So they can kind of lend characters back and forth between, and they'll just be in separate universes, but it's all contained under the Spider-Verse umbrella.
It's weird, man. It's cool, honestly, that like two companies like this are actually figuring this out to make to try to get everything whatever's best for the fans. But also, it's a fucking moneymaker, right? But like, this whole situation with this movie, I don't even think this was the original plan to do what they wanted to do, but this sort of came out when they had that dispute about what the fuck they were going to do with the next movie. Because there was at one point where it was going to be a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Yeah.
Did that get canceled? No, and now they're doing a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Shit.
Which is going to be a Sony movie. And they got homie from Tenet playing Kraven.
Wait, which guy from Tenet?
Kraven.
Robert Pattinson?
What's that?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. He's going to be Kraven.
Damn, I feel like Jason Momoa would have... Aaron Taylor Johnson would probably...
Jason Momoa might be too spot on. I don't know.
Dude, Jason Momoa...
He's in a lot of shit lately that, I don't know. Aaron Taylor Johnson, man, gives off that soldier vibes. That's what Kraven gives to me, is like ruthless soldier, Punisher style character.
Kraven the Hunter. I've never honestly even heard of him.
He's badass.
Probably like this guy. He just goes hunting all the time.
So he's a villain.
He could be. He's a villain. He's a Spidey villain, but he's another character like Venom, where you could make him sort of an anti-hero.
Yeah, one or the other. Okay.
His whole thing is he just
kind of like a hitman.
Yeah, he wants to hunt down like the most powerful prey, and he knows that. So he's like, he eventually moved on, and he was like, all right, humans are the most powerful prey. So then he started hunting like powerful people like Spider-Man.
Yeah, so you could make him just kind of a cunt like that, or you could make some depth to him. It's possible. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know about Morbius, but that movie kind of doesn't look good. So don't know if we need to spend like a massive amount of time. Plus, fuck Jared Leto, cult leader. Don't care about that guy.
Cult leader? Wait, what?
What?
Give me the tea.
Bro, straight up here. Okay. This guy has a fucking like island where people come and essentially worship him. I swear to God.
No,
what
bro.
the fuck, dude?
This is some Jeffrey Epstein vibes.
This is
Jared Leto. You guys
That's why I just
remember
typed in.
Don't you guys remember at the beginning of the pandemic where he showed up 3 weeks after it started and was like, yo, why is everything shut down? Because he was off on some fucking isolated, weird...
Oh, he was like so cut off from society. He was just confused when he came back.
Yeah, he said that, straight up. He had no idea that all went down. And that like his movie got delayed. He had no clue.
Starting a cult in Croatia.
That's what it says. It says a straight up cult. I mean, I don't know if anything I read ever said cult, but it was like, dude, he brought just a bunch of people to some isolated island back-to-back years.
Okay, here's the headline. While Leto made headlines for starting a cult in Croatia, the actor and musician also has several close collaborators that make up the creative culture. Jared Leto. That's kind of a weird headline.
But bro, it was like fans.
Dude, I always forget that he was in 30 Seconds to Mars. Or 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, he's got a band too.
What the fuck?
Not denying his talent. Just saying, weird fucking guy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read into this later. This seems fucking wild.
Yeah, it's a whole nother whole nother discussion that I probably haven't brushed up on in a long time. But anyway, him playing a vampire, not shocking to me at all.
You're just a big Jared Leto hater.
Do I sound like a hater? All I said is, bro, he's a cult fucking leader. He's the weirdo.
Nah.
And Morbius doesn't look like the best movie.
Nah. Yeah, starting in cult is weird. Yeah, I'll give you that.
So what else?
He's
fellas?
weird, dude. I think we're allowed to hate on him.
Yeah.
Also, his Joker was garbage. That is actually in its right a way to hate on him alone. Fucking trash.
All right. I was kind of trolling, but you're right. Yeah. He definitely deserves it.
That's worse than being a cult leader. Was that Joker?
Ruining the Joker. Especially when the Joker before him and after him were fucking top tier.
Right. Yeah, Pretty good. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, and then we got that fucking garbage in between. Unacceptable. So, what else, fellas? We got anything else on this movie? What else did you guys like? There's so much to like in it.
I really like Doc Ock. I like how they made the villains.
They made Doc Ock have the same arc. Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Sandman actually didn't make sense either. What the fuck was up with that dude?
Wait, are you sure he didn't know who Peter was?
No. I just meant like in the movie, he's all, I want to go home and see my daughter. It's like, all right, bro. So do you want him to hit this button? Probably then. Or, like stop these other villains real quick.
And then he just starts like
That's true.
He just dips out.
It made sense when he was helping him fight Electro at the beginning, but then why did he turn against him? That was weird.
Well, because he doesn't trust anyone. So I got that. But then at the end, hey, dude, are you really squaring off with the Spider-Man with these two idiots? Who one already said straight up, Electro's like, we're not going home, guys. Like, he's trying to stop it. So right away, why would you be on his side? Fuck that guy. And then fuck the lizard dude. Obviously can't trust that fool.
He's just trying to turn everyone into a fucking lizard.
Like, that's been established, bro. That guy was scheming from the start. So that allegiance at the end, it was a sweet shot because it's like 3-on-3, but what, dude? Kind of doesn't make sense.
The 3-on-3 was fucking sick though. When all three of the Spider-Man, oh dude, when they were like yipping and screaming, oh my god, oh so good.
Can't even speak on it. It was that good.
It was so good. Like whoa, 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 like fucking making all the noises and shit, and they were like swinging off of each other too. Oh my god, so sick.
Yeah, when their like spidey senses were all syncing up, that was sick. That was dope.
I want to see them together again.
That was what I needed.
Also, I loved the Spidey banter right before the big battle, and it gave us a lot of moments when it was just kind of a playground to write whatever they wanted between the three Spider-Men, and it was fucking great.
Yeah, I liked all of it, man. Like I said, even if there was some cheesy ass lines, didn't matter because fuck it, dude. I never thought I would ever see anything like that, and so it was sweet.
Yeah.
Especially like after they had announced Spider-Man 4 and 5. Like those things were about to go into production. Scripts were shit, so Sam Raimi shut it down. And then like Andrew Garfield, they fired because he showed up late to a thing, right? And was he supposed to be like at some press conference where they were going to announce Amazing Spider-Man 3 and then he showed up late?
Wait,
so
what?
The president at the time just fired him. And like just being able to bring these guys back and give them even a little bit more closure because we were always supposed to have more of their Spider-Man. It was cool, man.
Wait, he got fired as Spider-Man?
Bro, straight up. Look into it. He had beef. He had beef, man. They were writing him shit Spider-Man movies. They were writing fucking bad movies. I mean, he was out there doing his best, but he knew they weren't fucking the greatest. And then he had beef with whoever was running Sony at the time. I swear to God. I got to actually like back this up because, dude, the history of Spider-Man, there's some in film there's a lot of like stuff like that, like when James Cameron was going to make Spider-Man movies and how weird his scripts were. And
what? Wait, what the fuck? James Cameron was going to make Spider-Man? Oh my God.
Yeah, he straight up saw it,
didn't we?
I don't know if we've ever gotten into like crazy detail on it, but he in the 90s.
But you said that. You told us this.
Yeah, sure. He knew it. He knew its potential. He went to Fox and he said, get these rights because I don't know what the hell is going on with the Spider-Man rights right now, but this is $1 billion business if we get them. And he wanted to do one with Leonardo DiCaprio being Spider-Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be Doc Ock.
What the fuck?
He wanted Arnie as Doc Ock, yeah. No. Yeah, dude. And it was going to be rated R. He wanted to make a rated R Spider-Man.
Dude, you can read the entire script online. Like, the entire script is online to read.
Which I don't know if that was ever going to be the final script, because that one's whack, dude. He had... Did I tell you about this shit? Yeah, I read a good chunk of it. I read how he got his powers, and then like how he found it out. Basically, he finds out he's Spider-Man because he was gonna be a Spider-Man that had like web in his hands, which also was like a great
Tobey
scene
Maguire.
In the movie. Yeah, like Toby when they were all like, "Yo, what? You shoot that shit out?"
What the fuck?
That was pretty dope too. That was a good scene. But yeah, he was gonna have it shoot it out. But the way he was gonna find out is the way he described it was like that he basically like fucking came himself, like fucking webbed
Jizz?
out of his web jizz, dude. Basically,
What the?
like it was like
What?
a wet dream was basically how the scene was gonna be.
A web dream.
Whack. Yeah, exactly.
So he does that every time he webs?
No, that was gonna be how it like established that. Oh, this is actually real. You've been bit by a spider. You know, there's something different about you.
Okay, James Cameron.
And then he was going to web up fucking Mary Jane on the Brooklyn Bridge, and they were going to just smash up on top of there.
Bro, James
Straight up.
Cameron had a web kink.
He's probably watched Spider-Man porn before.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. Respect.
Anyway, that was
Such a
the
random
first.
tangent.
I know but that was the first time that they ever tried to bring Spider-Man to movies. And I'm sure Sony saw that shit and said, or whoever had the rights at the time was like, "Nah, we're not letting."
Young Spidey dominates step ant.
After she gets caught in the one.
Did I say Ant? I meant to say MJ. I said
No,
MJ, right?
no, you said
No, he was
MJ. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Oh, you thinking up a porn headline?
Yeah.
For James Cameron. This is the porn that James Cameron saw that inspired the script.
Young stud Spider-Man.
Yeah, we go. I like that. That's a good start. Young stud Spider-Man.
No, I would say like
thinking.
cream pies.
Keep thinking, because I can
Cream
chop
pies,
this up.
busty ant.
Busty Ant.
Busty
Oh
step
my
ant.
God. Busty Step Ant. Young stud Spider-Man. Webs up.
Oh shit.
Step Ant. What was the last part you said?
Busty step ant.
Busty Step Ant. Jesus.
That's the title of the pod.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
That'd be funny, actually. Fuck. Spider-Man No Way Home, and then it just has like our porn title generated, potentially. Could think of that. That'd be funny. Young stud Spider-Man. I like that. I'll think on it more. All right, fellas, what else we got? This might be, this is a good little pod right here, about an hour in. I got some fan stuff, probably. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, huh? Oh, yeah, huh? Huh?
I did drop a tweet.
I can't think of anything else on my own.
Oh, dude, I think we covered the movie like pretty good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I like how they made all the villains like they really emphasize their vulnerability and like how fractured they were as people, instead of just making them like generic, I'm evil as fuck, you know? Like I'm just gonna do something insanely evil for no reason.
Well, yeah.
Which was
that was good. Well, except for maybe the fucking lizard.
Yeah. Bro, he just wanted to make people into lizards. That reminds me of that meme where he's like, with that kind of tech, you could cure cancer. He's like, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to make people into dinosaurs.
Right. That's literally what inspired that movie.
Yeah.
I did post that meme recently on Marvel Facts. Let's see. Okay, first question from Rob, NJ Rob 93. Do you think we are getting another Venom, not the Tom Hardy one in the MCU? And what are the chances we see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man going against Tom Hardy's Venom in the future? I don't know, dog.
Why Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, though?
Well, just because he's not in the Tom
MCU.
Holland universe. He's not in the MCU.
Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Honestly, didn't we talk about this actually in the pod? I feel like we did cover like all these things. I could see it being Andrew Garfield. That'd be sick. Because he was in San Francisco in those movies. So the thing is, it almost feels like he didn't even know who the fuck Spider-Man was, though. You know, like it didn't sound like there was a Spider-Man yet in his universe.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, he just got transported somewhere and he didn't know what the fuck was going on. It's not like.
But he had been Venom for like a year at this point.
Yeah, it didn't seem.
But like you said, he's in San Francisco. He's not in fucking New York.
But you know about that.
But you would probably hear about Spider-Man in 20. You know, he'd be famous. He'd be a famous superhero.
Yeah,
I think so. You know, and he's a journalist too.
Especially because in that universe with Venom, there are no other superheroes. So one fucking superhero pops up, that's gonna be like they're gonna be so famous.
Right. If they're talking about, there's someone jumping around buildings, you know, over there, I feel like that would be, Yeah, so maybe he just doesn't. There's definitely a Spider-Man, but maybe he isn't Spider-Man yet. Because there has to be a Spider-Man, I think, in every Sony universe. That wouldn't make sense if there wasn't.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be a different iteration of Andrew Garfield once he becomes Spider-Man. Maybe.
Yeah. I think the chances are pretty good.
I know. I feel like after this, because Andrew Garfield was really good in this, and especially even when that moment too, you knew that he was going to be the one who was going to save MJ, and it was still like really good moment. I could see them bringing him back for sure now. And I know that he loves the character Spider-Man, so he'd come back to do whatever they want him to do. Yeah, and he still seems pretty young. Like, he looks pretty young out there, too.
Yeah.
It's only in his 30s.
He looked like he didn't look that different from his solo movies. He looked pretty similar.
Yeah, I think those were only, honestly, like 7 years ago. So really hasn't been, like, not Spider-Man for that long. Yeah, okay, let's see. Oh, someone asked us, what is our Snag 1025? He was just talking about how much he loved the movie. And then another question was, what is our favorite fight in this movie and favorite Spider-Man fight ever? Movie fight. If there's any off the dome. Off the dome, one for me would be Doc Ock versus fucking Spider-Man. Both times in Spider-Man 2, both were good.
That's
one
where
he saves Aunt May. I'm just saying those would be up there for me.
Yeah.
And then the one where they're fighting on the train, bro, and like they're fighting on like the side of the train and fucking going
the
hard.
Train was dope, yeah.
Yeah,
train was crazy.
Pretty fire.
He tried to impale Doc Ock too with that fucking
like clock
that was falling.
hand.
The clock hand, man. He was trying to kill him, dude. That was a good one. From this movie, man, honestly, the Doc Ock fight was pretty good at the beginning too.
Really good. That shit was so, especially when he popped out the 4 extra Spidey arms from
I was honestly surprised he was doming him so bad. I was like, no way Doc Ock is just destroying him like this easily.
I just feel like it wasn't even, I don't know if he was like destroying, but he just kept getting distracted because he's trying to save people at the same time. Yeah. Doc Ock's formidable though.
I think my favorite all time and my favorite in this movie are the same one. And I think it's Green Goblin. Green Goblin versus Spider-Man in the one I was talking about earlier.
The first fight.
Really underrated fight is from Spider-Man 1 when Peter and Goblin fight in like that abandoned building. That's a fucking good fight. Like that's so gritty.
Pretty brutal fight, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was getting his ass whooped, actually.
Worked. Like this, I think Green Goblin might be stronger. Like he's just physical, like his strength is higher.
Same one, buddy.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Green Goblin is stronger than Spider-Man. Sorry. But Spider-Man
holds back, it feels like sometimes, man. But dude, bro, when he was punching him and he's just standing there smiling at him, oh my God, Willem Dafoe was so good in this. It's like he jumped right back into this role after 20 years and was so good. Yeah,
that was my favorite. I love that.
Let's see. Did Peter get into MIT at the end? But wasn't he reading a GD? He was trying to get his GDE, right? Or GAD, I mean.
What?
Yeah, he didn't get into MIT because
everyone forgot who he is. Yeah, and it looks like he was trying to get his GED so that he could then go to college. And they've kind of teased that the next trilogy is going to be about college. I think Tom Holland even mentioned going into college, and same with what's her name, Amy Pascal, the producer. So yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Also, when he was trying to talk to MJ and Ned at the end, but he like couldn't, that made sense to me because like he was very emotionally distraught in that moment, and he's like, "Fuck, I can't just outright like come out with my performed lines and try to convince them." But at the same time, he also could have been like, we live in this universe where all this crazy shit happens. I'm Peter Parker. I'm your best friend. And he could just explain that Doctor Strange still did all this shit. So it's kind of like, could have gone either way.
Yeah. Another question was from Mr. Towns 90. He says, do you guys think that Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin should have made a cameo appearance in this movie? My answer is absolutely not. We did not need that guy. Potentially worst villain in all the movies.
I think Venom from Spider-Man 3 might. It's close.
Bro, that one, dude, That's still better than that guy, dude. Green Goblin was so bad in that, bro. Like I rewatch it and there's this part where he's doing like this like tongue things and I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. Willem Dafoe would never.
No.
Willem Dafoe would never.
I didn't miss him.
Eddie Brock as Eric Foreman. Eddie Brock was pretty funny. Damn, that movie was kind of bad too.
Eric Foreman. Topher Grace.
Remember when he's in the church and he's like praying to God, please kill Peter Parker? That guy was down bad.
On murder. Down bad for murder.
Asking God for help. Damn, bro.
Please kill him. Like, damn, dog. That's fucking sad boy shit. All right, what else we got here? How did Electro know Peter? Oh, look, John asking. Z already answered that.
Yeah.
Why wasn't another Norman introduced? I don't know, dude. I don't think you
Norman?
need to. They already had one. We got the GOAT Norman.
Yeah.
I don't think that they might even do that.
Yeah, he was the best.
Yeah.
Is Oscorp a thing in the MCU? I feel like he said it's not. It's not even a thing here.
It's not.
So maybe there isn't a Norman in this universe yet.
Or maybe there's just a Norman that...
Yeah, good one. Good one.
What'd you say,
might
Ross?
be a Norman that just works as an accountant for like a random company.
Probably Stark Industries.
Yeah.
So there isn't one yet. Yeah, he could be out there along with Harry.
Well, yeah, because didn't they say Stark Industries is under like a bunch of scrutiny right now?
Mm-hmm. As it should be, as always.
So maybe Stark goes under and then Oscorp is created. I don't know.
No,
right,
maybe.
bro. Also, who owns Avengers Tower right now? Apparently someone does, but we don't know who that is, do we? I don't think that's known yet.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, so that's a good theory.
I like that one. Oh, I like that one, Luke, that he rises up. And then that's what brings Spider-Man back into the serious fold, because he's like, wait a second, I fucking fought this motherfucker already.
Yeah, I was going to say, wouldn't he be like, no fucking way?
He's not coming back, yeah. Right. So that's about it, man. Every other question was just people saying how much they love the movie, love seeing the guys all back, 3 Spideys. Facts, yeah. So, fuck, boys, that might be it. I got nothing else, fellas. What do you guys say? Any closing thoughts? Let me see if there's any reviews. I don't think there is.
Yeah, one last thing is, were you guys surprised that Kirsten Dunst MJ didn't come in? Or were you mad that she didn't come in?
No.
How do you feel about that?
Why would she be in this?
Yeah.
Because she knows who Spider-Man is.
I just don't even think that matters.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to her, but I don't think that well, I guess he could have had her for those moments, and then it's sort of like Peter's trying to protect her in this universe too. Maybe more motive for Tobey Maguire's Peter, but I don't know, bro. I don't think that you really need her.
Yeah. Oh, also the relationship between Ned, MJ, and Peter, I really liked. It felt like they were just like kids.
Yep.
It was good.
Bro, it made me laugh out loud when he fucking...
Ned was pretty funny in this movie.
When Peter was crying on the rooftop and then Ned and MJ come down and they're all both hugging him. I was like, what the fuck? I'd be like, bro, get off me.
Seriously.
He needed his buddies.
There's one other really funny part with him too. Oh, when he was talking, he's like, "Hey, so do you have a best friend?" And he tells him that sad story.
Yeah.
He's just like staring off, and then later he's promise I won't turn into a supervillain.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot he got powers. Forgot about that.
Right, yeah. Yep.
About to go under Doctor Strange's tutelage.
Yep. Well, he doesn't. Maybe does he remember he has powers? I mean, that's the other thing.
Yeah, true. He doesn't.
Maybe. Does he forget everything like related to?
I don't know, but we don't really know the whole context of.
He can't remember that entire situation without like remembering Spider-Man. Like I feel.
Yeah, so I don't think he knows. That's the other thing. It's like how the whole world. It's like what happened to the Statue of Liberty. I don't know.
People just don't know what happened. It's just there.
It's just a disaster one night.
So could Peter like pick at little moments that he was connected to with them and maybe like bring their memory back? Is that a possibility?
Bro, it sounds like all or nothing.
Cut.
Remember they were trying to add little iterations and some bullshit happened. He also Peter did change the spell himself at the very end. He's just like, basically anyone who knew I was Spider-Man before they found out. That's what he said at the very end when he changed the whole rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know, dude. I don't think so. So, all right, fellas, let's wrap this up because I'm going to go drink and watch football.
Damn,
Let's go.
bro. Sunday.
Boys, I don't have like real work for the next week and a half, 2 weeks now, you know?
Damn, you on vacation, dog? You coming up or what?
All right, y'all. So that's our pod. Spider-Man No Way Home. Next up, we're going to do Matrix Resurrections, which is available to stream on HBO Max, also in theaters. Make sure to go leave us a rating and review on Apple and Spotify now. You can do that. So all our Spotify users, get on that. Help us out. Let's get some ratings on there. Shout out Julian Gallegos, our producer. Shout out Ross. Shout out Luke. I'm Zach Williamson. We'll be back soon. Later, y'all.